In this video, I just want to talk about cities in China where you could do business. You could buy whatever you want, be it in bulk or in small quantities. So the first city you should have in mind is Guangzhou. Guangzhou is in the south of China, in Guangdong province, actually. So it's well known for business. I think it has the largest population of Africans and immigrants in China. They're settled in Guangzhou, and you also have Yiwu, yeah, which is much smaller than Guangzhou. It's in Zhejiang province. I'm gonna put these names on the screen. It's in Zhejiang province. It's also known for wholesale markets and things like that, and it has lots of factories where you can buy anything you want in China. So these are the two main cities. If you're coming to China for business, these are the two main cities. You could still be a student in China and you want to buy certain things in China. You should be thinking about Yiwu or you should be thinking about Guangzhou. Those are the two main cities. And of course, when you arrive in China for the first time, I don't want you to fall in the hands of those black cabs or clandestine cabs. So, for instance, if you arrive in Guangzhou at the airport, you get out of the airport or you want to exit the airport. First, if you're gonna get a cab, you should go for those meter cabs. Means the driver has to turn on the meter and take you to wherever part of the city your hotel is located. So always go for those meter cabs. If you go for those cabs where you have to negotiate on the price, you're gonna get robbed by those. I mean, they're gonna overcharge you. Yeah, so just always go for the meter cabs. And even if you're still in the city and you wanna go from one factory to the other, I will still recommend you get a cab, a meter cab. Don't always go for those clandestine cabs. You always get robbed. They always overcharge you because you don't know the city. It's a very big city. I mean, we're talking about cities where, like for instance, Guangzhou has a population of over 20 million inhabitants. It's a very, very big city. Yeah, same thing with Shanghai. Those are pretty big cities. So Yiwu is not as big as Guangzhou, but still, it's still a big city. So you always go for those meter cabs. Even if you want to ride a scooter, because what is very popular now in Guangzhou is you have these Chinese. They hang around hotels where foreigners are lodging, and asking you if you want to ride, if you want to get on their scooters. They can take you to a certain part of the town or to a certain market where you want to buy your products. So even if you want to get on one of those e-bikes or scooters, you negotiate your price. Yeah, you tell them, you negotiate the fare. To say it's very simple, you have to negotiate. So if it's 10 yuan, you say 10 yuan. You say 10 yuan, and if he accepts, okay, you get on the scooter. If he doesn't accept, don't get on it. Yeah, so you can even remove the money and show him like, okay, you said 10 yuan, right? Yeah, right. And you tell him your destination. This is your destination, and this is your price. So you negotiate that before you get on the scooter. And then the second thing that I want to point out here to first timers or people coming to China for the first time, be it for business, be it for pleasure, whatever. When you get into a restaurant where you see the menu on the board, like there's a menu on the wall, or you have a menu, all is in Chinese, and you want to eat something, you want to have a meal, always ask how much does this meal cost. For instance, you want to have fried rice, which is chao fan, is a very common thing that you can eat in China. In any part of China, you should ask chao fan do shao qian. Do shao qian means how much is it? Yeah. If you want to have beef noodles, which is like 牛肉面, so you have to ask the restaurant owner, 这个牛肉面多少钱? Yeah, don't eat your meal and then you want to pay later. No, 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 no. They're gonna overprice. They're gonna overcharge you. So those are two very important things for anyone who is coming to China for the first time. Always ask, like, how much is this before you do it, or before if you ask if it's for a service, you ask. Unless you're taking a public transportation, which it has a flat rate. If you're going by bus from one, let's say from your hotel to a certain factory in town, means you know where to get off the bus. The price is the same for everyone. If you're gonna go by subway, the price is the same. You're not gonna get overcharged for anything. But if you're going by e-bikes or scooters, which is a very common thing in Guangzhou nowadays, if you're going by clandestine cabs, these guys are always hanging around hotels. Yeah, and in a place like Guangzhou, they're always around Guangyuan Shilu, because Guangyuan Shilu is the name of a street in Guangzhou where you have a lot of foreigners. Yeah, you have a lot of foreigners. And you also have Xiaobeilu. Yeah, you have a lot of foreigners, you have a lot of hotels on these two streets. Yeah, so I'll put these names on the screen. Yeah, you have Guangyuan Shilu and you have Xiaobeilu. I will say it again. Guangyuan Shilu and Xiaobeilu. These two streets are very well known in Guangzhou for foreigners. Yeah, you have lots of foreigners on the streets. So, and you have lots of hotels there. So, these guys riding these e-bikes, they're always hanging around these hotels on, yeah, you know, just waiting for foreigners to come to catch a ride to maybe a certain market. So, pay attention to those guys because I got robbed. I mean, like after being in China for a long time, but we negotiated the price, and when we got there, he was like, "No, this is not." I said, "No, that's what we negotiated, man. You can't just change the price, you know." So those guys, and they just keep yelling at you. You know, most of them are very rude. You know, I just have to just keep my cool. I said, "No, that was the price we negotiated. The price was 20 yuan. Yeah, from my hotel to the train station was 20 yuan. That's what we negotiated." And I gave him 20 yuan, and I just went off. So just pay attention. Don't, yeah, just say that's what we negotiated. Like I said, the the clue here is negotiate the price before you get on the e-bike. If you get in a restaurant, if you see the menu and you point at a certain food and there's a price on it, that's what you pay for. Yeah, since you can't recognize the Chinese character, and you ask the restaurant owner, "Okay, what is this? 这个是什么?" And he says, "This is 炒饭," and you're gonna see a price on it, and that's what you're gonna pay. So don't get robbed, guys. So be very careful out there. And if you arrive at the airport and you don't want to get a cab, you can also get a shuttle bus. You know, the transportation system in these big cities in China are really, really advanced. Those shuttle buses, they can take you from the airport to a certain part in town. It could be a train station. I'll give an example. For example, like in Guangzhou, the Guangzhou International Airport, that's the Baiyun Airport. Yeah, they call it Baiyun Airport. So when you arrive in Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, you can get a SIM card. At the airport, you can get a SIM card. Yeah, you can get a SIM card for about 120 yuan, approximately, I think so. So you get a SIM card, and then the moment you're about to exit, there's a kiosk where they sell those. There's a kiosk, I think, on your left or right, where they sell those they sell the tickets for those shuttle buses that will take you downtown. So you can get a ticket there. Of course, you must have done your currency exchange, right? Yeah, from your dollars to Chinese yuan or Chinese renminbi. Yeah, so you do that. You get a shuttle bus. You get a ticket for a shuttle bus. The buses, I think, they leave maybe every 1 hour. Yeah, so you get a shuttle bus. It's gonna take you to Guangzhou railway station. The last stop is near Guangzhou railway station, and from Guangzhou railway station, you can now get a meter cab. So I'll repeat, that cab has to have a meter inside. You get a meter cab to Guangyuan Shilu or to any other part of the town where your hotel is located. So that reduces your transportation costs, because just the ride from the airport by cab to downtown Guangzhou, whoa, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it could exceed over 100 yuan. Yeah, because it's a metered cap. So that you can save some money, you know. So it's up to you. It depends, you know. People are different. So if you want to enjoy a cab ride, yeah, whatever. No, you can enjoy a cab ride. If you want to go, you know, you want to cut some corners, okay, you can get a shuttle bus. These shuttle buses are very comfortable AC buses. Yeah, the ACs, and they're very convenient. So they're very, very comfortable buses. So I just hope this video you get some information from this video, and that might help you down the road when you visit China anytime in the future. Okay, guys, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.